as we wrap this trading week up, it seems that the market has managed to sustain its position above that key psychological level of 4,000 points.
Yeah, the market this week has been coming up mainly buoyed by we have Uchumi, we have and a couple of other financial stocks. Then really, Alishia, as I look forward, you will see that third quarter results for the financial sector are not yet out. We are awaiting them and basically expect the market to continue that trend.
What are your expectations for the third quarter earnings reports out of these banking players, Crispus? Because we know that there were elevated expectations ahead of Uchumi's results release, and that basically dashed brought much disappointment rather to the markets this week.
Third quarter results. Remember, for the last quarter, we've been operating in an environment where banks have been reducing their lending rates. But you see again the reduction in the lending rate and deposit rate has not been in tandem. There's been a drag. So of course we'll expect banks to have earned a lot of money from interest, and therefore they'll be producing stellar results also, an increase from last quarter's results.
How long do you see them being able to extend loans at elevated interest rates? Because we know that there's been pressure from the central bank itself for banks to follow line and follow in tandem with the moves that the central bank has come to the fore with.
I think the party won't last that long for commercial banks. Because again, remember, the politicians have been trying to tame the interest rates, and also again, it doesn't make sense to have a disparity between the MPC and the bank lending rates. It really doesn't make sense.
One of the players that investors seem to have been bullish on yesterday was KCB within that financial space, and interestingly enough, it was more interest from foreign investors that really propped things up on that front. What are you making of the kind of foreign interest that's being shown to the Kenyan markets at this stage?
Foreign investor in general, I think mainly they're the ones who've buoyed up the market. For KCB, at 28 levels, I think that is a true valuation. Really, if you come in at this point, I think you'll be coming in at a high level, I believe.
In terms of what your expectations are for the trading week ahead, Crispus, anything specific that you've got your eye on a company basis?
I'll be focusing mainly on the banking sector. I'm still bullish about it. Kenya Power, they're about to release their results. Mumia's books closure is about to come. So really, I'm bullish about the market. I could be looking at those three counters.
Kenya Power, of course, one of the counters on the markets that's being considered a defense stock right now. As you say, it's expected to release its full year results pretty soon. We've got that share price sitting at 18 shillings 50. What do you make of current valuations?
Current valuation still a bit undervalued. My valuation is 22, so I think there's still a bit of upside. I'm expecting, as usual, some dividends, maybe 40-50 cents, and also a couple of maybe a special announcement, a bonus issue or something like that.
Absolutely.
So at 18, there's still a bit of upside.
Of course, we've had market players really putting a high priority on dividend releases by these companies. We saw the disappointment that came to the fore with Uchumi having released its results, and yes, a dividend being declared, but possibly not as high as the market had been anticipating. Uchumi Supermarket yesterday, the highest performer for the NSE this year, seeing some recovery from the decline that we saw earlier in the week on the back of its results. What have you made of the kind of volatility we've seen on that share price through the course of this week?
Uchumi, mainly because of the dividends, although the bottom line was not as high as expected, but again, it's a counter whereby it has a lot of intrinsic value. I mean, it's a company that is expanding and expanding using internal sources of capital. That is a beautiful company on a growth stage, and I still think the upside is still there. Dividend a little lower than expected. but well, way to go.